Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And speaking of New Year, the rant for today is how do you accomplish your New Year's resolutions? So many people making resolutions all the time. Every year it's another resolution, another resolution. They write the top 10 things they're finally going to accomplish and then they never accomplish it. And I think the reason is very, very simple to say but hard to do. And yet if we do them in little chunks, we will actually accomplish them. I've done that in the past and I have accomplished my New Year's resolutions actually, and this is what I personally did. I've said this before, I'll say it again, but this time I'm going to add a little oomph to it. Okay, so first is the top 3 steps to actually succeed, not just in your goals, but in life in general. Buy a planner, use it, obey it. So some people buy a planner, but they don't use it, right? So some people don't even have planners. So number 1, buy a planner. First is buy a planner. Second is use it. Actually write stuff down on it. Write what you're going to do and all of that. And then finally, number 3, obey your planner. A lot of people have planners. They go to Starbucks. They collect the planners. They write in it, but they never obey it. So buy a planner, use it, obey it. Now, here's where it gets fun. Once you get your New Year's resolutions, you have your maybe top 5, top 10 things you really want to change, you really want to do. You take that planner out and you plan your year. I know you will spend one whole day probably just thinking of the year. Wow, I'm gonna plan for the whole year. Yes, if you want to actually go to the gym, then take out that planner and mark out. If you're gonna go to the gym every Friday, let's say every Friday and Wednesday, crush off your Wednesdays and Fridays on the planner for 2023, right? If you say, hey, this year I'm gonna finish my novel. Okay, when are you going to write your novel? Every Saturday night at 6 o'clock. Okay, then open that planner and write down, mark out 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock every Saturday is my time to write my novel. Whatever your plans are, fill out the planner ahead of time. Why do I suggest this? People say, oh, just every Friday is going to be this. Every Saturday is going to be this. If you don't write it down, it's not really a plan. It's just a wish. Okay, you got to write it down. It's also psychological. When you write something down, psychologically, you are telling yourself that you are committing to a task. Thirdly, when you think of big goals for the next year, like I'm gonna do this, and it's something huge like finish a novel, your brain is not going to process that well because it's such a big goal. It's like saying, can you eat an entire cow? The answer is no. But if you say, I'm gonna eat steak every day, some kind of beef dish every single day, then eventually you're going to finish eating an entire cow, or you eat a can of corned beef every day, right? It's the same thing. When your gigantic goals are in your mind, your brain will not process that because it's too big. So, I want to get in shape. All right, then hit the gym every when, and then write it down in your planner so that you are actually psychologically committing. You are brainwashing yourself in a good way. Then, the other trick that I would strongly suggest is not only to have a planner, not only to use it, not only to obey it, not only to write stuff down way ahead of the year, you must also do, I think, 2 more things. Number 1, list out or plan out all your goals, right? So if you've got 5 goals, plan them all in your planner, in your planner, but list them out in such a way that you will still have leeway. So for example, if you say, I need to finish my novel by, let's just pretend, July 5, okay, July 5. Don't schedule yourself in such a way that the last chapter of your novel will be done by July 5. Schedule it that maybe your last chapter will be on June 5, or, say like 1 month ahead of time. So you're scheduling yourself in such a way that you have leeway, or you've got extra time to actually accomplish it, just in case there are certain delays. Like nobody will be able to accomplish or do all their plans in their planner every single time, right? It's going to be very difficult. It's very difficult to stick to a planner, especially if it's your first time to do this. Okay, so that's number 1. The second thing I would highly recommend for you to do is to share this video with a friend of yours and be accountable to each other. So find an accountability partner, share this video with them, and tell them, hey, let's do this whole planner thing together. For some people, it's actually easy. If you're familiar with cognitive functions for the ENTJs, I think. ENTJs will find this easier because they're very goal-oriented people. I'm an ENTJ. I live my life with check boxes in my head. So every single day I have check boxes. So I always I get a little OC I always like it when I check every single box I have for each day. If there's a day that I don't get to check all the boxes, I get stressed out and I get anxious. So some of you guys will be able to really do this very quickly, others or easily, others will have a little bit more challenge, so you'll probably need an accountability partner. Now, I hope this was helpful. I don't even suggest buying a Starbucks planner because those are usually very expensive. You gotta buy so much coffee, and I don't think you're gonna reach it in time anyway, even if they extend it up to January. My suggestion, buy cheap planners. You can buy so many planners from Shopee, from National Bookstore, from Lazada. You can even make your planners. My planner is actually very simple. I made my own planner. I buy the Green Apple 80 sheets notebooks from National Bookstore. So it's 80 sheets, that's more than enough. And then whenever you open your notebook like this, I see the entire week. So I use a ruler and a ball pen. So when you open your planner like this, you've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I have one blank box for whatever notes I want to write there. So Monday to Thursday is on top, and then the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is below. That's how I do certain things. Okay, so it's up to you guys how you want to plan your planner, how you want to use it, how you want to buy it. Some of you like the cartoon planners with lots of cute little drawings. It's really your call. But buy a planner, use it, obey it. Plan your goals, your big goals. Make them into bite-sized chunks or nuggets, chicken nugget goals, and then write them out throughout the year. Find your accountability partner. I hope this was helpful to you. God bless you.